Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for coming back to listen to another episode of my segment of all things positive and motivating, and trying to help someone in their endeavors to better themselves. So I call it the Tuesday Tips, as you already know. So, something interesting that I didn't realize would be so impactful. We are about to come upon the new year of 2020. And in the new year of 2020, I made a Instagram post specifically speaking of how there are certain things that you can quit, and quitting is not always a negative attribute. If you quit smoking, you're going to add years on to your life. If you quit drinking, you're going to add years on to your life. If you stop thinking so negative, you're going to add peace into your life. And me being a minister, I am very much an advocate for having God in your life. So quit leaving God out and invite him into your life. And just see how your life can change for the better. And that's what we're hoping for. Everybody wants to make the life better. Stop complaining when it's time to go to church. Stop complaining when it's time to give God some of your time. Do you not realize how important a spiritual life is? The importance of a spiritual life. And I hear the excuses all the time. Oh, I can get spirituality at home. Yes, there's nothing wrong with getting some spirituality at home. However, understand this. If you want to go to a club and you want to go to the club scene, nothing stops you from going to the club. Why? Because you want to be in that atmosphere. Then why not invite God into your life and go to where the atmosphere of people are seeking the same thing, and that's having more God in their lives. So that's my spiritual tip to you. Invite God. Quit leaving God out. Invite God into your life. I don't understand one thing. We can go to work 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, but we can't give God an hour or two. If the service goes too long, oh, we've been sitting here forever, why don't just hurry up and get over with? If the preacher's preaching too long, he's too long-winded. If the preacher ain't said what you wanted him to hear, oh, I knew I wouldn't get nothing. Stop the negativity. It's the negativity. And guess what? That negativity is not coming from anyone else. It's coming from you. It's coming from inside of you. So, with that being said, how do you change you? I can't do it. Nobody else can do it. I can give you tips, which is what I try to do on these little segments. But nobody can change you but you. And with that being said, invite more positivity into your life instead of so much negativity. If you browse through social media, if you are on television and you're looking at TV, 9 times out of 10, and I did a statistical study on it, 67% of media, whether it is radio, social media, television, any other type of media that you can think of. 67% of the information that is funneled from those channels into you are negative. 67%. Do you not understand? That is over half of the influential aspects being piped into you. That is negative. So what do? You counteract that with something positive. Now, yes, there are positive things on media, and trust me, I don't bash the media. You just have to be mindful of what you're listening to, what you are watching, and be mindful of what you are putting. We say the same thing about food. Watch what you put in your body. Watch what you put in your mind. Your mind. Watch what you put into your mind. And understand, 80% of what you look at on television is fake. It's not real. So let me get into the Tuesday tips that I want to expound on. I hope I have enough time because there is a 15-minute limit to the video here. So I posted 8 things to quit, and I'm going to go through those 8 things. 8 things to quit. In 2020. 8 things to quit in 2020. Let me get this right. Eight things to quit in 2020. Here we go. Trying to please everyone. Trying to please everyone. You will never please everybody. So a lot of this goes back to what I was mentioning a few videos back on setting your boundaries. Set your boundary. Okay, trying to please everyone is not viable, and it's also not healthy, because you are not, I'm going to put it like this, you're putting others in front of you. Now, there's nothing wrong with, being generous in your self-giving. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you put others in front of yourself all the time, then you begin to neglect yourself. We can't please everybody. And then you know what? You have to accept that fact that, hey, I just can't please everybody. And leave it at that. That's how simple it is. Leave it at that. Fearing change. That's a pretty big one, because so many people are scared to make a change in their lives, or to even think about setting out to do a new endeavor or adventure. Understand this. Change is inevitable. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, change is going to happen. Now, we can affect the outcome or even the beginning of the process of changing, and that is by setting fear aside. I told you guys a little bit of my testimony. I was very hesitant about doing all that I do now, because I felt like it was not me. But when I put my fear aside and start doing what I love to do, and start making those changes, making those steps, taking those steps, and making some connections a lot of the connections I made within myself, having to prove to myself that I can do it. And a scripture stood out to me. It said, perfect love casts out all fear. If I love what I'm doing, there's no weapon, there's nothing out there that can be formed against me that's going to stop me from loving what I do. Therefore, fear is gone. So if you need to make changes in your life, make the changes. I got 5 minutes, y'all. Living in the past, let the past go. You are a new person. You are not your past. You are your future. Only you can set that future. Make it positive. Set your plans for the future. Write your plans down. Trust me, it works. And don't be a doubter. Believe in yourself and you can make this happen. Overthinking. That's a part of fear. When you overthink, everything just becomes an anxiety towards you. Then guess what? You sit down and you do nothing. And you're in the same place you were last year. Being afraid to be different. Be different. There's nobody else out there like you. And you have something to offer. You have something to give. Give it to them. I showed you guys the other day the button that I got from the African American History Museum. Purpose. You have a purpose. Don't be afraid to be different, because when you're different, that's what attracts that what you are setting out to do. Be different. Sacrificing your happiness for others. Listen, don't ever let nobody take your joy from you. Don't ever let no one take your joy from you. You be happy for you. Thinking you're not good enough. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself. When you have doubt, that is a negative connotation and annotation in your mind that's saying you're not good enough to set out to do what you're doing. And guess what? That's a lie. Don't ever let that self-doubt ruin your dreams, okay? Thinking you have no purpose. Don't ever think you don't have a purpose. You're here for a reason. Set out and do something good with your life for that reason. And I know I'm rushing through this because, like I say, I only have a short time. Your purpose and your reason, you are so valid that this world needs you. And it's not about on the grand scale of things. Don't think that you have to be on television. Don't think that you have to be doing what I'm doing. If you touch one person and makes a difference in one person's life, that could be the fulfillment of your purpose and reason for being here. So my brothers and sisters, my listeners, my clients, I got to say my clients, you guys are the greatest. Every time I get one of those messages about Dr. Armstrong, you have made such a difference in my life, it does something to me. It really does. And you know, I'm a kind of a, hardcore fella. I'm not very emotional, but it really touches my heart when I hear my clients saying that I have done something to help them out of a dark place. And that's my purpose, is to help those out of a dark place. If you need that help, please reach out to me. I am available for you. I'm here to help you. I want to help you. We can work it out together. And trust me, I have a very intimate relationship with all of my clients. I am there for them, and they will tell you that I am there for them. Thank you all so very much. I hope and pray that you all will have a good Christmas. I'm for sure I will do one more of these before the time is up. Thank you guys. Have a great day.